Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nora Melinda with Matt Miller. Of course, we're in for Carol Masser and Tim Sinovic. We're alongside Bloomberg News cross-asset reporter Emily Grafeo. What are you keeping an eye on today?
Okay, so one of the best performers in the S&P 500 for the week was Insulet. It was actually the number one, up 20% on the week, with most of that move coming here today on Friday. This is an insulin pump maker that boosted their revenue guidance for the full year, and they posted better than expected first quarter results. It was the biggest gain on Friday since November 2022. Piper Sandler said that they view the guidance increase positively and as more evidence of strong momentum in the business. And this was a day when a lot of other healthcare stocks were moving lower, a week where healthcare was kind of weaker, but here we have Insulet, the best performer of the week.
All right, Disney had an absolutely killer day. It was, I think, Wednesday when they were at more than 10%. What's the story with Disney?
So they're also one of the best performers in the S&P 500 on the week. They're up 14% to finish out this week. They beat expectations in the second quarter. They raised their outlook for the full year. A lot of companies right now are either pulling back their guidance, moving it lower, and yet they came out and they benefited from this faster than expected growth at their parks and their streaming business. And so their forecast was actually for the full year EPS double their previous forecast. So anyone who says that tourism is falling off, just look at Disney. Apparently people are still going to the parks. They're still paying for those wildly expensive tickets. And, of course, using Disney Plus, the streaming service.
So also, you're keeping an eye on Palantir. What are you seeing?
So this was a stock that was really on the move this week. It finished the week down 5.6% after it had one of its worst drops, the most in a year, back on Tuesday after their earnings, which were actually pretty good. They did beat, but the stock is up 450% over the last 12 months. So a lot of analysts were saying, you know what, the bar is just too high. Even though the earnings were pretty good, we just can't justify owning this stock anymore given how much it's already run up, the valuation, again, just like the momentum in the stock. But keeping an eye on this one because it did have a couple days up, a couple days down this week, but overall it did finish the week lower.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.